Hi, my name is Lauren and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you. Hi, my name is Lauren.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Hi, I'm Michael Cowell, your funniest man on the planet, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here. Big time party! All right, see y'all later.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Talk Show Kings. And I just want to say to other kings, how y'all doing today?
Hey, cool, my brother.
Doing great. That is great. Now, I just want to say, I want to do my introductions. Mr. Felix Washington, I just want to say, thank you for having us. That's special thanks. And the people of Douglasville and the people all around the world for having us in your computers and in your homes. And now we got two hot topics today. The first topic is going to be social media, the good, the bad, the ugly. How has it changed today's society? And then the second topic, it is going to be, hold on. Education in the black community. I'm sorry, just a little bit nervous.
How can you forget that?
Hey, when it's the spotlight's on you, sometimes you get nervous, but you gotta keep the show going.
That's right.
Now, before we get into the hot topics today, we have another special hot topic for you. But before we get into that, we got to introduce the kings. My name is King Yaquez, and to my left is...
Hey, King Ralph, and to my left is
I'm King Darwin, and to my left,
King Eric.
And we are
the
Talk Show Kings. Now, the special hot topic that we got for you today is Trump. Did he get shot or didn't he? I don't know, but we're going to get into it. You know, first thing I would like to say is I may not like the guy. A lot of us may not like him, but he is a human being, and I want to send prayers out to his family. Now, what do y'all guys think? Like, there's a lot of rumors going around. Like, the one thing I think is that this is going to just shoo him right to the White House.
That's interesting. That's a good one, guys. I mean, I've seen so much on the news. I just got to say that I'm with you. To his families also, I am a Democrat. But at the same time, you know, we shouldn't be committing violence, hurting one another. But I've been hearing a lot of rumors. Did he really get shot? I don't know. What you think, King D?
I mean, you know, it's television, right? You know, and it's politics. So, you know, you got to put those two things together, and, you know, all you can do is just see what comes up in the end, you know? I don't know.
They said the media shows us what they want to show us.
The media is going to show us what they want to show us, and, you know, it's a lot of divide definitely going on in the political realm right now. But, you know, it's on us to really kind of, you know, stay focused and do what we got to do, you know, and try to get what we need done out here, you know.
I get it. For me, I don't know if he got shot or not. I mean, like, there was some reports saying it was just glass from a teleprompter that got hit. Some reports say, well, he say that he got hit in the ear. So, hey.
I mean, the blood is kind of telling. Well, and before I keep going, call us and tell us what you think. The number is right up the bottom of the screen. Now, back to the show. The blood flying from the ear is telling, but, I mean, you could fake blood.
Well, I would say I've been in entertainment a long time, and I've done short films. I've seen real blood. I'm not saying it's fake or real, but what I'm saying is that when I see the camera, he grabs his ear, but when they pull him up, I see a cut here and there. And now, as the late Bernie Mac always said, I've been black a long time. And everybody at this table know when somebody gets shot, we are not going to be sitting back there like we in church. We gonna what?
Run.
We gonna run like hell.
Definitely going to disperse.
Everybody looking over like, what is gonna happen next? I'm like, come on now. We don't even play.
And then the way he put his fist in the air like that.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you know, it was on The Simpsons, guys, you know.
That's true.
Just like the
The
Kobe
what?
Bryant.
What happened?
You know, it was on The Simpsons.
Really?
Yeah, you
Yes.
know, everything that be on The Simpsons normally come true.
The
But what
Simpsons
happened on
predicts
The
the
Simpsons?
future.
Ironic, right? Yeah.
He got shot. What they did, a fake?
Yeah, they had it was a cartoon.
Oh
I
man.
mean, they even predicted he'll become president in 2020.
Whoa. Oh my God, that's deep there. That's oh my God. I mean,
Yeah, I think all this stuff is kind of planned out, you know, if you ask me.
and the guy shot
It's a
him. What
big
they said, was he? What was he? A Democrat, Republican? What was he?
The
Republican?
reports say he was a Republican.
He was a Republican.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like, oh, maybe he was thought he was helping him. And that guy was a marksman, but didn't he get killed?
Oh no, he wasn't a marksman. He wasn't a marksman because
I
he
only
missed.
saw it
Right,
going
yeah, he
down
was trained,
two ways.
Training, right.
The one of the ways is going to put him in the White House. The other way is he's going to die a martyr.
Right.
Oh,
Those were the only two outcomes that was going to happen.
that's crazy because I always had a thing that I feel like I thought that a person becomes sick because I started to see him slipping on some things, just like Biden, getting that age catching up to you. Sometime when marbles starting to roll in your head, you start saying things that don't make any sense. You're on one topic and you're on another topic, and it's starting to look at this is what we want for president, either of them. So I think, tell you the truth, I think they both should step down, honestly.
I agree too, just because like with Trump in office, it's going to be 4 years of another reality TV show. Like, that was the most I ever watched any news regarding the White House because it was the next thing. What did Trump do today?
Yeah.
And see, for me, I mean, yeah, we talking about it now, but just the fact that it's violence in politics like that is sad. I mean, it shouldn't be this way.
No.
It shouldn't be this way. It's starting to look like the things that happens over in the third world countries when it comes to politics and everything.
Well, it's just like the hood, right? You know, taking the White House, you know, taking it all, you know,
to the streets.
To the streets, you know, that's what it kind of resembles.
But I would
like
say
to me,
in
you know?
politics is since the very first president, people's been using violence to further their own political goals.
That's true.
So I would say they're the original gangsters on it.
I think so.
My thing was when I remember when Trump was in, I used to watch him when he was a president. It was laughable. I mean, the man literally told people, drink bleach. People wouldn't do it. I seen a black lady, and she's sneaking a little capsule of bleach, and her husband yelled, "What are you doing?" She had to put it away. Can you believe the president of the United States and get some little infrared, some blue light or something down their body to kill her? I'm like, what? And people actually did that. But to me, it's laughable, you know. Then he tell people, you shut up. I don't like you. What? And then
I mean, this is the first person that incited a riot. So
yeah, that's true too.
I'd say that tells to the man's, he's very charismatic.
Yeah, a little pathetic if you ask me, you know. But at the same time, who's asking? But I don't know. Whatever the report you guys been listening to, because I didn't follow too much. Because as soon as I heard about it, I was just looking at it. Because when I think about it, he grabbed this, then everybody crowds him. Then when he comes up, he got a cut all up here. Look, it's like a nice little line.
Well, I think that was blood they was trying to say was dripping from his ear. That just came in.
But it was a straight line. It was like
that could have been the blood spatter from the bullet.
Well, the bullet, okay, but hit here. But how it pop up there, and then it was on top of him. You know, I don't know. My thing is, I'm gonna just tell you right now, we're gonna wait for chapter 2. That's what I'm at with.
We're definitely gonna get a chapter 2 on that.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But to go into the first topic of the first half will be social media, the good, the bad, the ugly, and how did it change today's society? Like, you know, I want to say I'm one of the last of the generation that didn't have social media, that didn't have these phones. We actually went outside. The only thing we had was PlayStation at the time. And, you know, we still got to go outside. The internet was still the dial-up where you had to wait 5 to 10 minutes just to get online. And when somebody called, you get knocked off.
That was funny.
So
You're right.
now technology has furthered so much. How do y'all feel about this?
Oh, man. You know, it's funny how you say, well, it's really not funny how you talking about the media. That's what the media doing today. It's sad to say this. The media sometimes can be corrupt. It can be for you or against you. And we're looking at the politics. I'm looking how people, and that goes back to Trump, it's a media thing. It would puzzle me in my brain here. Did you see the guys walking around with the guns? Somebody called me and said, what was those same guys when it was January 6th? Where were they? You know, you didn't even see one gun. Only people had guns, the people stormed the Capitol.
And then somebody died when they stormed the Capitol too?
Yeah.
And some committed suicide. I never forgot the lady got shot, and the guy shot her, you know, and everybody wanted to get mad at him. Said, well, they didn't have to shoot her. What? You breaking in my house, what am I supposed to do? Just let you come in because you're a woman? You know? So really, the news is screwed up to me today. It's a lot of corruption going on.
Well, see, one thing about social media it can be a good thing and a bad thing. So take, for instance, LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. LinkedIn is social media, but it allows professionals to get employment. Mm. And whereas you look at Twitter, aka X, it's freedom of speech. You basically say what you want, post what you want, especially since Elon Musk is the founder of it now. He's the CEO of it now. So,
but you see, my big thing. See, I'm not that big on a social media person. I don't see only why I have it is because to keep up with the people I don't talk to, or another way to get in touch with family. My biggest gripe about it is you got so many people. I'm going here. I'm going to vacation here. Well, my mind is you got a big target on your back now.
And
You letting
that can
people
be
know.
the downfall right there. That's when you got to start getting into the negative aspects. Posting your business on social media.
Exactly.
Posting all this money on social media. Take some of the rappers that were killed. They were posted on social media, their location. Then you have folks coming for them out in California, killing them.
Exactly.
I mean, it's crazy. It can be anything, not only just about them coming to look for you when they see your location, but it's the fact of all the negativity that's being shown. Like, say for instance, you got somebody showing the money. Now you got someone at home that's looking at this like, man, I wish I was like that. Now they trying to keep up with them. What can I do to get like that? It could be motivational, or it could be a downfall, because what are they going to do to get that money?
No, you know what? I want you to elaborate on that a little longer. That's good what you're saying. Not to mention, if you want to tell everybody to call in. There's some hot topics going on right now. Please call in right now. If anybody got their input on anything what we're saying, please call in, because this is hot right now. And no, you're right about that. I agree, because to me, it's not funny, but they putting with the people that used to go to kill people, put a hit on you. What they call those people? What they call
Assassins.
Assassins. So assassins don't have jobs anymore, because everybody be like, look what I'm eating. I'm over here with my wife and kids, and everybody like, and we live in such as a place, and somebody in your house. You come on.
One of the things I usually do is, if I have to post something, like if I go on vacation,
after you come back,
after I come back, I'll post everything.
I know you're gonna say that.
If used properly, I believe social media is a great tool. If used properly, I know there's a lot of content creators out there,
and a lot of people then came up off of
Right.
social media.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
but see, then
entertainers.
you go into another bad thing about it is you got people swatting people. Have you ever heard of that? Okay, now swatting is where when you're doing a live stream, a hacker is it mostly, will get your location and call the cops on you and say there's a hostage situation. Now you have SWAT team come to your house.
I didn't know that.
And it could turn fatal extremely quick. Some people actually died from being swatted, from somebody just, I'm just gonna pull a prank. No, people are being killed from this.
Yeah, I think they just created a law too about that swatting.
You see,
that if you are found guilty of swatting, call to the police and make a false accusation or some type of false report, now you can be sentenced to, I think, almost like 10, 15,
like you did
20
the crime,
years.
basically, huh?
Actually, like you really committed a crime, so you can be almost looking at 20 years, for swatting now.
And then on top of that, like, social media could be a blessing too, because I've seen, the good, the bad I've told y'all, but with the good also, I've seen videos of a family being held hostage by people robbing them, and the people that are viewing it actually calling the police. And I don't know how they found their location, but they called the police and saved their lives. So there's a lot of good to be done, but just because people, it's an anonymous area, people are being extremely brave, they think now. And it's like, okay, y'all wouldn't do this if y'all was in my face.
right? And see, didn't mean to cut you off, but one of the biggest negatives in social media is the bullying and the trolling, bullying and trolling.
Oh, yes.
So I was looking at something the other day. It was a fitness instructor who has a sister that has Down syndrome. Well, she always posting her exercising with her sister as well, and they both in shape. Well, they talk negative about her. Oh, you're just posting your sister just so you can get clicks, and you're a real horrible person. And
oh, wow.
So it's stuff like that goes on. Not even to mention when kids get into fights at school.
Yeah.
What's the first thing they do?
Pull out that
camera, post it on social media. When somebody is shot, I saw another video a couple of days ago. Someone was shot, and the man is sitting there asking for help. But instead of you calling the police, calling 911, you sitting there filming the man, watching him die
on his last breath.
Now that's terrible.
That's crazy.
But you got to also think another negative thing that a lot of us, we already know. You go out to dinner, with family, friends, or or a significant other, and guess what? Somebody's always on their phone. You can't even talk to nobody anymore because everybody is done looking at their phone or busy, searching the web or doing something other than, really actually giving you their attention.
Yep.
I say instead of anybody trying to, like, say if I ask you a question, now the popular term is Google it.
Yeah.
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 Like, we can't go to an encyclopedia. Books are becoming non-existent now. Like, I know books are not non-existent, but it's heading there, bitches, because we got the information at our fingertips. We don't have to go nowhere and buy it or check it out from the library. It's just all at our fingertips.
Yeah, we definitely got to get better at controlling ourselves and watching what we do, monitoring ourselves,
Exactly.
dealing with the social media, dealing with all of these things that they're putting out here to draw our attention. Like you say, you can't even sit down with your family and have a decent conversation no more. Without somebody on their phone doing something or the other.
And I know I'm guilty of all of it too.
Oh yeah, and that's
We all are.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but I got to say something. It was on my mind. It's sad to say this, but remember Ahmad, the guy was jogging and got killed. They killed him, and the guy who actually wanted a part of the killing, he's videotaping it.
right.
And but you see, you're telling yourself. And remember George Floyd. Somebody was filming it, and he was asking for help. It's a good thing, and it's a bad thing.
Right.
But it's really sad. We become that not connected as a family. Talking, we can't even talk anymore. You're right. Everybody on a plane. They're looking at in the electronic, the computers, because everybody like leave me alone. I want to see what you're doing. I don't want to talk to this person. But you all got good points. But we do need the media, and I do see the good and the bad in it. Even now, look at us. We media, we are talking to you out there. Have anybody ever had a decent conversation with their family? Phones off, put away. But no, even myself, and just because I don't care if it's for the adults especially, because you got to have time for that family and talk to them. How was your day? Or what's going on? And we don't do that anymore. So we just a bunch of talkers. That's all we do. So everybody got a good point at this table, but then again, it takes lives, it saves lives. Hey, so that media thing is really big. You're right about that.
It is big, but I mean, how many people use it for the good? They, if it's I see more bad than good on there. Every time I click on Facebook or Twitter, someone's getting shot, someone's getting robbed, this, that happened, like.
Because that's what people want to see.
Exactly.
That's what people want to see.
Yeah, and don't forget the sexual exploitation.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's what
Can't
they want to
forget
see.
that. Every time you turn on your phone, somebody twerking.
Oh, what about a person getting knocked out? Just knock a guy out. Wow, y'all seen that? Just see a
Yeah.
person get chicken legs. Like, really?
And see, the downfall to all of that is we call it social media, but we don't, like you said, there's no social interaction in person.
Not at
Now,
all.
I'm going to tell you like this. You talking about on the plane, I don't want to talk to nobody on the plane because I don't even want to be on there first off. Let's just put that out there.
But that's understandable, though. That's understandable.
I ain't trying to talk to nobody, but I understand what you're saying. But without any social interaction in real life, people are not, even kids, they don't even know how to grow up and have basic conversations.
And that's the problem right there.
Right.
Especially dealing with our youth. They don't know how to socialize.
Now, I
And
have to be the
that's why
devil
it's a lot-
advocate on that.
There's a lot going on with those kids, with
With
our
adults
youth.
is worse. We're worse.
Well,
Yeah.
We
we
worse.
have learned how to be more social. It's about the person's preference. What do you think? It's about the
But,
person's
I would
preference.
say-
Do
I
you
would
want to
say-
be a social person when you get older, or you want to be, an introvert?
But come on, but sometimes you could just say, every time you walk, like if I see you, I speak, but you got your head in your phone, you can't even speak.
That's
and
what
that's
I'm.
adults.
That's
I mean, you can just it don't cost you
and
nothing
that's
to
an
say
issue.
what's up or hey
Yeah,
or whatever.
absolutely.
It don't cost you nothing.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue.
So we all guilty. America, we all are guilty. And then we try to raise kids and tell them how they should not do this and that. And this is guilty as anything. Guilty as sin.
And I tell you, The one thing is, I know everybody's gonna have neck problems soon because that's our head is always down, which chiropractors say that's horrible for your neck. You know, and we spend possibly more than 12 hours with our head down.
Dang.
And we don't even know it.
Let's get the biggest issue. How much money has been they're making on those technology phones? Everybody at this table have a cell phone. Anybody ever dig in and say how much is that? Billions of
Oh
dollars?
yeah.
Billions.
Oh yeah.
Has to be.
Toddlers have phones.
Oh yeah.
2-year-old.
Samsung and Apple, I know they getting paid.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And then the thing is, the places where they get the parts from, they're getting paid.
Oh yeah.
So everybody's getting a kickback from Apple all the way down to the people who makes the chips, the soundboards, all of that.
So are they gonna stop doing that? Are they listening to us? Heck
Oh no, we're a capitalist society. They did these phones is all it's gonna do is instead of being 1,000, they're gonna be 2,000.
Yeah.
And everybody's gonna run to get that one. And then it's gonna be 3,000 and people still gonna buy it.
I know this is not the topic, but I'd be remiss if I don't say this. We're supposed to be the richest country in the world. Why are we acting like we last? Why we got all this media? Hell, even homeless people have phones. And why we are struggling? What's the answer? But we all tuned to this man allegedly got shot. We don't know. But my whole point is going to come out. It's just going to fuse something. And the media, as I'm going to say it again, you said it, King Eric, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. But you got to understand something here. We leave out here, what's the first thing we're going to do? We're going to call home. How's everybody? Did you see the show? Yes. Oh, did you hear about such and such? Well, hey, why didn't you call in? I was busy looking at this. You see, and speaking of this, let's not forget to tell people, we know you're looking at us. Call in, ask anything of us, because we're open-minded folks here. We're ready for you guys. Come on, because I know you got a lot to say right now. And we surely burning time. By half an hour, going to be up before you know it.
Right. And to piggyback off of what you were saying, as far as always looking down and, creating health issues for ourselves, don't forget the eyes.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, I know my eyes have gotten worse just by, using telephones and the computer and all of that. So I know it's only going to add to more, it's only going to be a bigger problem coming in.
Exactly.
For a lot of other people.
And it's probably a whole bunch more they haven't found out yet.
The ears.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the ears.
Yeah. So it's affecting us in ways that we don't even understand right now, that we just going with the flow, right? And they said, guess what they was going to do? Put the chip in our hand. So
I see, and now for me, that's going too far.
Going too far.
But hey, instead of really embedding it in your hand like we was thinking, well, the chip is in our hand. This is the chip.
That's right.
You understand? You walking around with it. It's tell you everything you're doing.
That's
And
right.
you can even pay
Everything you pay with it.
everything.
Yeah.
Now that's good. Remember they was going to do this? If you have it, this is talking about putting it in you,
Well,
you can get a
people
discount
wasn't
on
gonna
stuff.
go with that though.
You
A
can
lot
get
of us
discount on
yeah.
food if you have a chip in you.
Yeah.
I
How many
remember-
people going to be selling their souls? I want a chip.
Well, this is it though. This is the new chip in our hand.
Yeah.
The old chip was this is the new chip, and people saying they won't take the mark. Well, we didn't took it. Think about that. That's what
And
it
see, the
is.
one thing is I'm waiting for the time to where we're gonna have the whole wall will be FaceTime like what was it, the Jetsons? How the whole wall will be the whole phone. I'm waiting for when that to happen.
I guess we passed Star Trek, and I'm waiting till we walk through that little globe and walk through that. But I'm gonna go back what you said earlier about the Simpsons. Remember Star Trek when they used to, we thought was cool when they said, "Hey,
yeah.
Scotty, beam me up," and you can see somebody's face, and now
I wish
look
I
at
had
us.
that. Remember
And
we
we
used
got
to
it
saw
now.
that? Yeah, you was like,
Now
dang,
we want
that's
nobody to
awesome.
see us.
Dang, you could talk, without a cord.
Right.
You could talk to somebody without a cord, right? Because we had we had cordless, but even before the cordless, we had to have the cord, attached
And
to the
that's
phone.
why I say it speaks volume what you said, because everything was planned. I can go back. They even talked about Kobe one time before he was there. They talked about a basketball player down in the plane. They was talking about that.
Oh yeah, they actually had a
Kobe.
they actually showed a helicopter crash and it was
Before
whole,
his death, and guess what
Yeah.
happened? It happened. So you starting to think,
Just like 9/11 was predicted in The Simpsons. They had a magazine that said New York, and it had the 9/11 on it, and it had the two towers on that magazine.
Wow.
Next thing you see, the two towers are coming down.
Yeah, that's why I think just everything is scripted, I mean, the powers that be, they have the power to do that.
We're living in the
know?
Matrix.
Yeah, that's what, and to be spot on, that's basically what
That's
it is, because, they do have the power to do it, because if they pass down their ideology from generations to generations to generations, what makes you think that they can't pass down events?
Oh, we have a
got
caller.
a caller. Oh, our first caller. Welcome to Talk Show Kings. And who is this? And where are you located?
Hello, this is Tony in Douglasville.
Oh, okay.
Antoinette.
From hometown.
So I have a
Okay.
question about the social media. A lot of the kids, some of the school systems now are going to try to lock the phone up. But some of the parents are like, we don't want to do that. But when I was growing up, my mom couldn't get in touch with me. She just trusted that I was at home. So is it going to be a lot of back and forth if schools say that these phones have to be locked up?
I'm sorry, but them days are gone the way you and I was raised. There's so many things out there, and the kids not even, they're so much advanced than we were when we was growing up. It's things that going on, kids talk about it. We like, did you know about that? Yeah, everybody talking about that. And see, what you're saying is a thing that's like, really, I can tell you one thing, and somebody say, no, that's not true. No. So what you guys think?
Well, if it was up to me, what I would say is, it's up to the parents, because we are allowing our kids to go into these, this educational system, but at the same time, the parents do have a say to what their child will and will not do. I mean, but a lot of places, like you said, have took the phone away from the kids, the Board of Education. But then the parents were quiet. So if the parents don't speak up and say anything, then of course they're going to do what they feel deemed to do, and feel they can do if no one says anything about it.
I feel like it's not right.
Them from filming these fights.
And that's a big reason why they're trying to take them away, yes. And that's a big reason why they really trying to take them away, because they don't want to see all the hostile environment in these schools, because they're filming all these things and they're getting out there on social media, and it's making the schools look bad. It's making the whole system.
But see, but that's the up and the down, because I see the upside to it is, say if you have a school shooter, I would want to get in touch with my children.
Absolutely.
True that, but that's to go back to good and bad.
Yes.
But I know you guys seen on the media, they was talking about this one kid. The mom took the phone and the boy destroyed the house. I mean, totally tore, broke stuff, everything, because you took my phone. It's almost like a drug now. So you tell me, it's like, really?
Well, to me, it's a good and a bad thing. The good thing about them taking the phone, there's not enough, there won't be any distractions in class. You won't have to worry about any distractions, because the teachers that we have now are not like the teachers that we had when we grew up.
Oh, we lost the call. We hung up the call.
They're not like the teachers that we had when we grew up, because the kids we respected those teachers.
Yes.
And we respected the class that we were in. Yeah, it was a bunch of class clowns like King Ralph, but I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah. But yeah.
Now you have everybody sitting on their phone and they're not even paying attention, distracting other students that's trying to learn.
But see, if they think it's a problem so much, like my daughter, she came home with a tablet, and she was like, "This is my assigned tablet for school," and I'm like, "You get tablets at school?"
It's different. The phone and the tablet has schoolwork attached to it.
Yeah.
The phone, you're doing other things and not paying attention.
Right.
And, you're also able to text a message through those.
Yeah.
What they got, the little pads or whatever, iPads or whatever they.
Yeah. But this is it for our first half, and after these messages, we'll be right back to you. We'll be right back.
And welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you.
A reliable source of CBD products. Introducing Holistic Wellness Boutique, a revolutionary collection of CBD tinctures, CBD topicals, CBD edibles, CBD pet products, and other relevant CBD products that help you incorporate CBD into your everyday lifestyle. The best part? Through our special Radiant Transformations program, Dr. Alea Daniel, PharmD, a well-regarded wellness coach, licensed pharmacist, and the mind behind the idea of Holistic Wellness Boutique, will also introduce you to a healthier lifestyle through proper education, nutrition, and a thorough medication evaluation to make the most of our exemplary CBD products. If you are struggling with a chronic condition, we can help you discover how to live a more holistic lifestyle through wellness coaching and the proper selection of hemp-derived CBD products. Visit holisticwellnessboutique.com to schedule a consultation or order an audacious combination of hemp-derived CBD products that will rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit.
You are tuned in to Talk Show Kings on TV 1061.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.
You are tuned in.
Welcome back, everybody, to our second half. Y'all had a good break?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm full, man.
That's great. Now, our second hot topic is educations in the black community. You know, are degrees even needed in our community anymore? You know, wage gaps, everything between black men and black women in the working community. I mean, what do y'all guys have to say about that?
Well, I'm kind of stuck because a lot of kids, it's something like our first segment, our first part about the media. They thinking, I ain't got to go to school. You know, I could do like my boy such and such. He's selling these drugs and he's coming up. He's big balling, but he don't see the end result of that. Big balling with his life.
But they say fast money ain't good money, though.
That's true. That's true. You got a point right there. I
Well,
don't know what you guys think.
I think since the pandemic, it's been a lot of entrepreneurs that's been created, you know, since the pandemic. Mm-hmm. So, you know, education sometimes, you know, help, and then sometimes creativity help. So, you know, it all depends on the individual, you know.
Depends on the path you want to take.
Absolutely, the path you want to take, and which, you know, what direction you want to go in to make your money.
But it's, you know, sometimes the path don't always lead to school. Like, I've seen people get the dream job without even school, without a degree. So do we need to spend all this money for a degree, you know, when there's other ways you could take? Because they say, you know, well, you go to college and you can get your dream job. I'm not seeing that in today's age no more.
Okay, well, let's take it a step further. Let's see what you see that you have, what's the guy that owns Facebook? Well, Meta.
I forget his name. I know who you're talking
and Bill
about.
Gates. Both of them, they went to Harvard. They didn't graduate, but they have billion-dollar businesses. Well, look at the people that's under them. They have the degrees.
Masters,
doctorates. Now, come over into the black community. So, depending on, we have doctors and we have dentists in the black community. They went to college. Again, it all depends on which path you're trying to get. Now, if we're just going to talk about, throw statistics out there, black women get more degrees. They're 64.1% more.
That is true.
More degrees, bachelor degrees than black men. So, is it because their ambitions are higher, or is it because the black men want to go a different route with the fast money and not even go to school?
I think it's not with the fast money. It's after we graduate from high school, we're thrust out into the real world. We gotta make money as well as try to get an education. Well, out of balancing the two, which one you gonna take? You gotta survive, so you gotta make money.
But the black women are doing the same thing. They have to. Some of them have kids. Some of them are single parents. They still have to go to work and go to school. So we can't use that excuse as black men on why we can't go out here and do the same thing that the black women are doing.
That is true.
So, I mean, it's either you want to do it or you don't. But in the end, what path do you want to go? Which way do you want to go?
I see two paths. You just said the path they chose. The path is crowded right now. They got people out there, and I'm sure you know them, they're making shirts. What's different from another person make shirts? Something creative. And then you got a lot of people, even in entertainment. I'm going to just say for one off the top of my head, Whoopi Goldberg. I believe she went to high school, I don't know if she even finished high school. I know she went to, that's right. I don't think she finished high school, I remember, because I was reading, but look at her, a success story. And then you got other information, other African Americans. Don't get me wrong, education, we don't want to be the ones that be the devil advocate telling kids, you don't have to go to school. No, you do need to go, because just don't think that you can go to school and think you'd be the smartest person. No, because you need both sides. Right. You need to know the streets. You need to know education, so anybody don't come with you selling you some wooden nickels. So what I'm saying to you, I would never tell a child that, we got a caller. We got a hot today, huh? Talk Show Kings, who's calling and what's your question?
Hi, this is Johnny, of course, Maryland.
Oh, Johnny, hey, how you doing?
All right, how y'all, Kings?
All right, we like Grace calling. And what is your question today?
No, it's a statement about the workforce. Now, my son, he is in the government, and he, head, a supervisor or whatever. His thing about this schooling is they're not interested in your degree. You could have got a degree 20 years ago. They need people with skills today. And they are recommending and they're looking for people with fresh certification.
So they don't have to have a certification. You go to ITT Tech then, basically, right?
Right.
Exactly.
But
they just want you to know what you're doing. You have to have skills.
Right, but you still have to go to school.
You can have a degree and no skills. You got PhDs in the soup line.
So in the end, you got to go to school. So kids out there listening, you need to go to school. Because I want to piggyback on what both of you are saying right now. They got kids right now, and come on. They don't even have the cursive books anymore. They don't even know how to write in cursive. Because they're on the computer. They need to know how to write.
And the only thing you're writing in cursive is your name these days.
Exactly.
Or signing a check or whatever. So I don't see where. I'm not saying that they shouldn't learn it. I'm just saying that it's getting obsolete like a lot of other things do.
Yeah, that's true too. But
right. I just think it's the skill set as far as people can go to school and they can get a lot of college. I know a lot of people who had people doing their work for them. So what is the degree?
I say the degrees and not knowing nothing if you go on that route.
Right.
Exactly. Now, you have to go to school for dentistry, for a doctor, for those type of things, but it's a lot of stuff like you go to school for clerical and all of that. The computers have already taken those jobs. You have to look at what's going somewhere. You got to get into computers and all of that. You know, Yaka, as you know, you have to get into something where the industry is going. Just to get a degree, it don't mean anything anymore.
I mean, you got a point, because I drove trucks for over 20 years, and I was making 100 and something thousand a year. I went to maybe finish high school, did about a year of college, didn't finish, and I was up there making this money than somebody who had a master's degree, you know, a PhD, and they like, wow, you know, even I make more than a cop. You know what I'm saying?
It's not what you do, it's how you do what it is you're going to do.
That is true.
Exactly on that. So let me ask you a question, and it's kind of unusual to ask this question. So what do you think should be done? What's your message on that? How should
Done
we?
on what?
I'm listening.
Done. You said what should be done.
What should be
As
done
far as
naturally?
phones and stuff.
Yeah.
No, with the
education.
education in the black community.
You got to train these kids, whether it's in the school, wherever they're at. We're not training them at home. The training goes everywhere. You don't just learn in school.
Everyday
So
life.
I think everybody has to just get proactive, and when they go to school, you have to make sure they're learning what they're learning. I mean, I think you do at least need a high school diploma, but if you don't, they have an equivalent. A lot of people have made it pretty far with an equivalent.
You're right.
That's true.
You know, get the equivalent and march on.
Oh, hey, I agree with that. But look, I love what you're saying, but I don't want to tie the lines up if someone else is calling. And please keep calling in and supporting us. And don't forget to put them thumbs up on us, right?
All righty, gotcha.
Thank you now.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, again, it goes back to the path that you choose. There's some jobs that don't require degrees.
That's right.
There's some, being a truck driver, you chose that. That doesn't require a degree. That doesn't mean you didn't have to go to school to learn how to drive those trucks.
A little class or something,
Yeah.
some certificate.
But
yeah.
the caveat to that is you, for some jobs that require degrees, sometimes you don't even need a degree. It's all about who you know.
And that's
You're right.
the truth.
You're
Definitely
absolutely
down
right.
here.
Not what you
Exactly.
know.
Definitely
You know,
down
right?
here in the big A.
Exactly.
In the
You're
big
exactly
A,
right.
it's about who you know.
I say
Not
that
what
that
you know.
person could get you in faster than the degree.
Yep.
And so it all depends on where you at, right?
You ever see those people out there cooking? They be cooking ribs, and they have these little trailers and barbecue.
Yep.
They making more money than people in the restaurant. That's why they be getting upset. We don't want you. You got they kind of pressure them. You got to have a
This,
permit
that,
to
and
be
that.
here and that,
Yeah,
and they be
absolutely.
killing everybody. And I asked the guy, "Why don't you open a restaurant?" No, he told me, "Man, you crazy? You know what they be charging me?" And it's not a
Big ass-
guarantee,
a
you
high
know.
overhead, you know.
A lot
it.
overhead, and they
And
hit
that's
you
what
for
it is.
lights,
Yeah,
space.
everything.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Employees, shit, come on,
Insurance.
man. All of that.
So it seems like it's more profitable just to have a food truck.
Now,
It
let me
is.
ask
That's
you
something to
this.
think about.
Now we just spoke about the jobs that some of the jobs that you don't have to have a degree, and the black women with degrees and black men that don't have degrees. What exactly are the black men besides driving trucks? And again, I was an electrician. I'm an electrician, so I started out in construction, but I still had to go to class, go to school 4 years just to get that certification.
Yes.
And get the on-the-job training, because you got to have so many hours on-the-job training in order for you to get a license, a journeyman's license.
I'm about to say journeyman. That's
So-
right.
Yes.
What are, let's just say, out of 100%, 64% women have degrees. What about the other 36% of men without degrees? What percentage of those men are actually doing something in that field of construction or driving trucks? Because you got to understand, we still have a lot of black men incarcerated.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to understand. It's a lot of, like you said, a lot of people going to school for 4 years to try to get a certain bachelor's or a science degree in something, and they're not usually actually, when they graduate, they're not getting a job in that field, right? So, but at the same time, you got to understand that a lot of these companies that's telling you that you need this bachelor's or this master's, you know, when you get that job, they're going to train you anyway.
Exactly.
They're going to
spend that
train
money
you
to do
on
that.
the job exactly what you need to do, even something that you probably didn't even learn in school. So it's a catch-22, you know. That's how they weed out, you know, qualifications. People that's qualified and not qualified. It's just a weed out process.
Well,
you know?
yeah. So we talking about degrees. I'm going to school for my master's as well, and
Okay,
I have a bachelor's.
Okay.
Now, the company I used to work for, they were big on, well, the former CEO was big on education and degrees. One of the things that he said, and I've heard this from two different people, the reason why a lot of companies ask for degrees, because they know that you will put in, if you have a degree, you will put in that time and that effort to do the job that needs to get done. And if you went to school for 4 years, even 2 years, you got an associate's degree, you put in some time in order to do whatever it is that you needed to do. That's part of the reason why most companies only hire people with degrees.
Mm-hmm.
That's the weed out. That's the weed out process.
Now the one
That's what
thing
they do,
I got to go
you
to
know?
the other side of this, because it's like, I know the degrees show that you put in the time. You know, the 10,000 hour rule. You put in the time, but we live in a capitalist society. You know, going out and getting groceries for one person could be anywhere to $600 in today's time. Whereas back then, when I was an early teenager, it wasn't that much to get groceries for one person. You know, so how is somebody expected to survive? And I'm talking about the young man, like the late teens, early 20s. You know, they got to survive, do a low-paying job, got all these bills, plus going to school, and they expect you to do all that. But the thing is, you can't, because of the society we're in this day.
Okay, but wait a minute. I want to piggyback on King Eric. He said something important. And the time, they know you're not going to just walk away from the job. I was driving for about 15, 16 years. I got over 1 million miles. You think that mean anything to anybody? Yeah. When I had caught that stroke, guess what? They won't hire me because I haven't worked in 4 years, because it things with that, it messed with the mental. But thank God I'm becoming stronger. What I'm saying to you, over 1 million miles, they changing the tractors from stick to automatic because a lot of people can't drive stick. It's costing the company a lot of money, transmission. You see how they flip it on everything. You know what they try to do now? They try to have a computer to drive the truck. But this certain computer killed a woman some years ago. It ran over somebody. So you're going to have somebody over that computer, because they're trying to make this thing smaller. They love somebody out there want to just say, I already had computer than people. And then where we gonna
like
go?
How they trying to, you know, like the Tesla, you know, self-driving car. They wanted to do the test driving trucks. Trucks is too dangerous for that. You know, you can't.
Cars are too. Everything's a weapon.
The truck, you know, is a very dangerous weapon on wheels. You know, and to be able to rely on a computer to make sure that this truck turns right and back up correctly, you know, I think that's adds to it a bit much.
Yeah.
You know, and but at the same time, you know, if you do go to school and you get that degree, I wish everybody the best. You know, hey, you know, and get out and, you know, and start your life and, you know, hey, make them 6 figures a year, you know, however you need to do it, you know, do it. But I just tell everybody, you know, figure out what it is that you want to do that works for you. You know what I mean? That you want to get up every day in the morning and do.
I said,
and
life is not
a million ways to make $1 million.
Yeah, I said life is not a straight road. It curves every which way possible.
That's right. But if you're gonna do something, make sure it's something that you love to do.
Yep. And
just don't do something that you have to do.
Right. And that's just like the caller said that there's people out here that has bachelor degrees and working at a soup line. I agree.
Yeah.
I like computers. My degree was in cybersecurity. So we say that computers are taking over other jobs. Well, learn AI, learn computers, cybersecurity, because the same jobs that they're taking over, we still need somebody that's going to be in charge of those computers when they break down. We still need somebody that's going to program those computers to do the things that they need to do.
No, I like that. Now I want to flip a show we had last week about homelessness. I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying that. They have people out there with degrees and walking around here, and you
But
talk
some
to
of
them.
those people that's what they like to do too, though.
Mm-hmm.
They like to feel the service, you know. So, but go ahead.
No, that was interesting because I didn't. You know what hit me when you was talking? Think about the folks graduating out of college. Where they going? The market is filled. It's full. You just said you got to have the right pad. What's the biggest thing right now in the market is open? Undertaker. How many people are dying? And you got to go to school for that because you mix chemicals to the body, different things of that nature. But as you said earlier, you don't really need a degree, really. Have proper training and get an ITT tech thing. Just mixing something together, because I used to work on the dock. We used to ship embalming fluid, and I'm looking at it. It's gonna be in me one day. So you see, we don't need paper for a lot of things, and you're so right. Everything is. This is all I gotta say is that I don't know why a lot of people not calling, want to put some input. They got a lot of intelligent people out there want to make a call and want to put in on this, because this is deep. And I want to tell you, especially King Eric, I am so proud of you going back there, because I can see where you're headed. I'm looking at you, looking at your own business. I can see that right now. It's written all over your face. I'm going to have my own electrician in my company. So I'm excited for you. Then I met your son. He can look up to his father and say, look what I'm doing. And you never stop going to school. You never stop learning. That's deep.
Right. And
I appreciate that.
Appreciate it. But I do have my own electrical business.
Oh, okay.
So,
y'all heard that, huh? He sounds a clown.
in the game.
That's right.
I want to touch on something that King Quest said. He said that right now the market is so saturated in things to do. Well, if we keep looking at the negative aspect of it, because I say that because I just looked at a post on LinkedIn. This morning. This guy filled out an application, sent his resume in to a company, and on LinkedIn it'll show you how many applicants they have. They had 980 applicants. 980 applicants.
Wow.
Only 11 of them were interviewed. He was one of the 11, and he got the job.
Cool. Look at this.
I say it's possible.
So if anything is possible.
My God.
Yeah,
That
but
is
my thing is with the education, I just, because like you say, I graduated, and went to trade schools, and I done, did some college and did all these things, but education, it can only get you so far. Can we educate ourselves to get ourselves out this rut we in? That's what I question. That's what I challenge my people to do. If you got these doctorates and masters and cum laudes and all of these fancy words and names, how come we can't figure out what we need to do to get ourselves out this rut?
I'll tell you, a lot of schools is to blame because they teach, math, science, but they don't teach life skills.
There's no class for socialization in school. They don't even teach social skills in school. You go to school for 13 years and graduate, but there's no school to teach us how to work collectively together. So this is something that I challenge our people to create, something that's going to teach us and help us, get ourselves out this rut.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Because all that other stuff is just falling into their hands. It's their plan. It's what they want from this society. But we need to create what we want and what we need. We all educated black men and black women.
Right.
But can we put our education together and pull ourselves out this rut we in?
Right.
That's what I challenge us to do.
And
You understand what I'm saying?
Say, for 13 years you go to school and they don't teach you nothing about how to manage your money.
Exactly.
Not manage
so
your
when
money.
you get out of school and you go to college, you still don't know how to manage your money.
Exactly.
And then on top of that, you're racking up
credit card
debt, education debt, all of that.
But this is the system that we comply to. This is the system that we allow to keep, running our homes. This is what we sign up for. Then you get mad at the school because, like you say, they want to put the put the phones, want to bag the phones up so they don't have the phones in school. Well, that's why we have to be able, we have to be able to create our own educational systems, our own banking systems, our own hospitals. These are the three main things that we're going to need in order to be able to be self-sufficient. Right now, we still relying on this system, and that's why it's so hard for us, because we're looking for this system to pull us out of this rut. Well, the system is created to keep us in the rut.
And see, a lot of people are scared because you remember what happened back in Tulsa.
Yeah, but we should be out of that by now. We should be out of that.
I'd tell you the main big thing, what it is within our community. We are comfortable with being comfortable, and we got to start being comfortable with being uncomfortable.
That's part of it right there, Jacquez. You definitely hit that.
But I disagree with you, King Eric, when you said he said Tulsa. But come on, what's still lingering over our head? They don't let us forget if we want to forget slavery, but every day they let us know slavery over, that we still over you.
We don't see that. Here's the thing. I don't know if they want us to forget it, but why are we they already doing everything they can to get slavery out of our history anyway. But that is a big part of our history, because this is what we had to live through. But let us say, oh, okay, you need to let 9/11 go. See how quick they jump back and say, no, people died, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, people died in slavery.
Yeah, absolutely. But we got to understand too, like you said, we can't forget, those hard times. But what we can do is look towards the future and making it a better future, know. And in order to make it a better future for ourselves, we have to learn from the past.
Yeah,
that's
but the one thing,
that's how it moves.
The one thing we're competing against, like that sounds good, but the one thing we're competing against, the Sexy Reds, the Megan Thee Stallions. More people are listening to the rappers.
You're right.
The heroes.
And I say, no disrespect, but that's filth. You know what I mean? I mean, look, do you want your daughter, growing up like that? If you have a young daughter, would you want her to emulate Sexy Red and and all of these other,
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know who they are.
But I'm just saying, all due respect though. All due respect.
Yeah, I don't even know them.
But this is what they're putting out in front of our youth to emulate. So what we have to do is paint a better picture, But if we don't start, like you say, we educated people, man. We got all that senses in the world, and we got so much information. Just like with social media, you got everybody. What are they doing? It's sharing information.
Yep.
We got all the information in the world right now going around on social media, but where's the resolve?
Nobody wants to
Where's
follow
the resolution?
Well, no, it's people don't want to follow it, and then it's hidden between this fight and that shooting. You got to go in and look deep for the knowledge.
You're following the wrong things on social media.
Well,
if it's hidden in between all of that, you following the wrong people.
No, it is. But
it's information. But it's information. Like I said, it's all information. I always learned, it's information. Am I willing to die for that information? Am I willing to put my life on the line for this information? The only information that I'm willing to put myself on the line for is information that I've seen, that I already I researched for myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, gentlemen, we had a good talk today. Like, how do y'all feel after today?
Well, my final thought, I want to say, they had good and bad, and the media is good and is bad, and everything y'all say, I agree with you guys. I want to say this was a strength meeting today, and I just want to say once again to the Trump family, I just hope pray for your family that's safe, but at the same time, that's how I feel about it.
All I want to say is, like I said before, I just challenge our people, man. All our educated black men and women to come together and figure out something so we can pull ourselves out this rut. Because we're too educated, we're too talented to be still sitting in the same position we've been sitting in for the last 400, 500 years.
Exactly. I'll send my condolences out to the family of the man that was killed at the Trump rally yesterday, and I hope everything is safe with Trump and his family. But other than that, I mean, we did have great topics today.
Yes, indeed.
I agree.
And my final thought on education: find your path. If you got to get certifications, get your certifications. If you go into trade school, go to trade school, whatever. But just find your path. Do something.
And so, I just want to say my final thought is, you know, you heard it from these guys' mouth. You know, people went to college and all that. Find your path. Like King D says, people get out of a rut. We all got to do better.
Yes.
This is all for our episode of Talk Show Kings. If you're on YouTube, please give a like, comment, and subscribe, and it'll let you know when we come back on. And we'll be back on next Sunday at 5 p.m. This is Georgia time. So, you know, if you live in California, it's going to be 2 o'clock. But, you know, y'all have a good week, and we'll be back.
Deuces.
Deuces.
To Talk Show Kings on TV.
Man, what they gonna do with this black on black crime, man? I'm sick of this. Thank you for watching another edition of Talk Show Kings on TV 1061. We'll be seeing you soon.